Hi guys, is audible my voice? Is anyone confirm? Yeah, last class we discussed the conditions in the Python. So a condition is a statement in the Python class that checks the whether something is true or false. In simply a condition asks the question and the answer is either yes true or no false. Okay. Based on the answer, the program decides what to do the next. So today we are go to the in the conditions with examples. Okay, I will show that. So firstly we can share the screen. You can take the one Python file name like grading system. Okay. So here we can take the variable name marks and here ask the user input. Input of enter your marks. Okay. So here we can set the condition if the marks is greater than or equals to 90 and the gradient. If the marks is greater than or equals to 75, print grade B. Then next you can take the another relief. Relief here marks is something greater than or equals to 50. We print the grades. Okay. Then we can last one we will take the else. Else here these are all false. You can come to the else methods and here print the fail. So here first line you can take the input user enter your marks. It shows the prompt to enter your marks and reads the user type as a string. If suppose I enter the 85, it takes the automatically string like this. Okay. So it I will use here the integer format int of, so it converts the string to an integer if the user types something that cannot be patched as a integer. Okay. Suppose here we print the 89.5, it takes the only 89 like that. Okay. So Python raises value error and the program stops the unless you handle the error. Okay. Then next here we can take the variable name marks. to stores the integer value in the variable. Okay. If and then next here we check the if marks is greater than or equals to 90, it compares the marks with the 90. If this is true or 90 or more, the program runs the indentation block and also print the grade A and skip all the following elif or else blocks. This ones. Then next here we can take the elif. Okay, here elif marks is greater than or equals to 75. It checks the only if the previous if was false. If the marks be is between 75 and 89, it includes as the this is the true and prints the grade B. Okay, then next we can take another elif marks is greater than or equals to 50, and here we check the only if the first two were false and if marks is between 50 to 74, and it prints the grade C. If the all of none of the above conditions matched, so marks is less than 50, it runs and prints the file. Run the program. So here ask the user input, enter your marks. I will enter the 89. So here print the grade B. So this is the false if marks is greater than or equals to 90. So if this condition is false, so we go to the next condition. This condition is true, greater than or equals to 75. So it prints and skip the elif and else blocks. Okay. Then next you can take another file name. So another example is like largest number. Here we can take the variables a equals to here we can take the third variable name is C, and it's converted to the integer format int of input of enter third number. Okay, so here we can write the conditions. Now here we write the conditions if A is greater than or equals to the B, and that A is greater than or equals to C. So print largest number is A. Okay, so then elif B is greater than or equals to C and B is greater than or equals to A, so it prints the largest number is B. Else here we print the largest number is C. Okay, here if above two conditions is false, then we can go to the directly else flow. Okay, largest number is C. So here also first input field we can take the A equals to int of input of enter. It takes the insert input like 10, 12, and it converts to the integer. Because of here we converted the int of. Okay, so same as usual, same as of b and c also will take the int of to converted the integer. Okay, so first here we can checks the if condition. It checks the whether a is greater than or equals to both b and c. So it's if it's true, it prints the largest number a. Okay, example here we can take the 15, and b value here take the 10, and c value here take the 8. So the largest number is 15, so if block wills the run. Okay, and second condition also will same as usually I write if a is if a is greater than or b is greater than or equals to a and c. Okay, this is runs only if the first if was false. If checks the if b is greater than or equals to both a and c, if it true, it prints the b as the largest number. Then else block, if neither the first nor second condition is true, it means c is must be the largest. So it prints the largest number c. Once again, I have done the project. Here we can take 2, 4, and 6. Here the largest number is 6. Okay. So next we can take the another example like day of the week. Actually here ask the here we can take the one variable name day, and the to int of if day equals to 1, it prints the Monday. If day is equals to 2, it prints the Tuesday. If day is equals to the 3, print the Wednesday. If day is equals to the 4, it prints the Thursday. Is equal to the 5, prints the Friday. Is equals to the 6, print the Saturday. If is equals to 7, the Sunday. Else another number you will take, it prints the unknown day or invalid day. Okay. So first here we can take the day equals to int of input of enter a day number. Okay, so it displays the prompt enter day number 1 to 7, and example user enters the 3 int of it converts the string to an integer. It store the variable day. Okay, so here we check the if day 1 is if the the number is 1, it prints the 2. So as usually same all. If user will enter the 2, here check the elif and he prints the 2 step. Okay. If the number is not between the 1 and 7, it prints the invalid else block. Okay. Then now we can run this. So can be certain. Okay. Then next we can take the another example in nested if. Study for we can take the example of eligibility for driving license. So here we can take the variable name is equals to int of input of enter your age. Okay, if age is greater than or equals to 18, if it's true, we can go to the nested if. Okay, next and ask for the nationality equals to input of are you Indian. Please enter. Yes or no. Okay, if that nationality is equals to whatever dot lower is equals to yes, it now prints the you are eligible. You are eligible for the driving license. Else, if the nationality is, you can enter the no or whatever it goes to the else block. Only Indian citizens will be the eligible. Okay, like that. Okay. So else here we print the only Indian citizens will be are eligible. Okay. If first if will this one's the false, you can print the directly else block. Like you are not eligible for the 18 years old like that. Okay. So here we print the you must be at least 18 years. Okay. Here first we take the age equals to int of input of enter your age, and it prompts the user to the enter age. If input is taken as a string, then it, it converted to an integer. Okay. So the next conditions we write the if age is greater than or 18. First it checks if the user at least 18 years old. If no age will be the less than 18, it directs the prints you must be at least 18 years old. If yes, age is greater than or equals to 18, it goes to the inside the block. Okay, here. Then nationality equals to, here we can take the nationality equals to input, are you Indian, yes or no. Here ask the user whether they are Indian or not. It stores the response as a string, example yes or no, like. Okay, so here we write the if nationality dot lower function of e double equals to yes. So dot lower, it converts the response to the lower case. If suppose we can enter the capital S, it's converted to the only small letters yes. Okay, so if the answer is yes, it prints the you are eligible for a driving license. Okay, otherwise any response other than the yes, it prints the only Indian citizens are eligible. So here one if is inside the another if. So the first if we checks the yes, and only if that passes, the second if will checks the nationality. In same nested if we writes the another example like even or odd with the positive number or negative number. So here we can take the numbers, variable name number, int of input of enter a number. Okay, so here you can write the conditions if above variable name is greater than or equals to 0. If it's true, go to the nested if inside if. Okay, if here we can check the even or negative or positive. Okay. Num modulus 2 double equals to 0. So both are true, it prints the positive even. Inner if false, it goes to the inner else, prints the positive or. So if outer if is false, it goes to the outer else. It goes to the else. Here we can check the negative or negative even or negative odd. Okay. So if num is modulus 2 equals to 0, it prints the negative even. Otherwise else it prints the negative odd. Okay. So here first line we can take the num equals to int of input of enter a number. So it prompts the user to the enter a number and it converts to the input to integer field. Okay. So and then next we can write the conditions if num greater than or equals to 0, it checks the whether the number is non-negative. If it's true, it goes to the positive branch, and if it false, goes to the negative branch. Okay. So then next inside positive branch, we will check the number is modulus 2 equals to 0. The modulus gives the remainder. If it divisible by 2, it's the even. If it else, it's the odd. So here we write the print positive even or positive odd. Okay. So if the inside the branch will else, it goes to the again checks the with modulus. So if it remainder is 0, it prints the negative even, and if it else the it gives the print negative odd. So here firstly the first if will decides the between positive and negative. So inside each branch other if it checks the even or odd. So it's like a decision tree positive even or odd, like negative even or odd. Then next we can write the another example like username or password in login page. Okay. So here we can take the firstly username input of enter username. Then next we can take the password. We can take the input of enter password. So then next we write the conditions. Okay. Here we can take the if username is equals to the admin, which is the password. Password should be so both are true. It prints the successfully login. Otherwise, else prints the wrong password. It's the invalid user. Here take two variables username and password, and it prompts the user to the enter a username or password. Okay, and password. So first here we check the username is equals to admin. If it yes goes to the inner block to check the password. If it no, it prints the directly else block, outer else block, it prints and username. Okay. So if you go to the inner if block, it checks the password is 12345. If it true, it prints the successfully login. If it no, if it false, it prints the wrong password. So next in normal if else we can use can create this leap year. Okay, user enter the year. This is and we check the this is the leap year or not. Okay, so first here we can take the variable use year and it convert the input of enter a year. Here is modulus to 400 and remainder will be 0. Set leap print year comma then leaf if the year is modulus to 100 equals to 0. This is a not leap. Year is not a leap year. Leaf on another condition is divisible by the 4 hours. Okay. So year of modulus 4 equals to 0. And it's a leap year. Yes. Is it not leap year? Good. So here first we take the year equals to input of enter a year. It is ask the user enter a year. It converts the string to an integer. First we will check the if year is modulus to the 400 equals to 0. So the checks the if the year is divisible by the 400. Leap year is divisible by 4 are always leap years. Okay. Example for example 2000. So it's a leap year. Then next condition we can check the if year modulus 100 equals to 0. So it checks the only if the condition is false. Year is divisible by 100 but not 400 or not leap years. Okay. So example example 1900. So it's a not a leap year. Okay. So then we can write the third condition if year modulus 4 equals to 0. So here we check the previous two conditions were false. Year C is divisible by 4 and not by 100. This one also is a leap year. Okay. So example 24. Example 2024. This is the leap year. Okay. So if the none of the above conditions are true, the year is not divisible by the 4. So this is not a leap year. Okay. Example 23. So 2023 is a not leap year. Okay. So leap year rules is divisible by the 4, it's a leap year, and except divisible by 100, it's a not leap year, and except divisible by 400, it is a leap year. Okay. So now we can run the program. So here we enter the 2025. It's not a leap year. Again we will run the program 2024. So 2024 is a leap year. Okay. Okay, then next we can write the next example. We can take the loan eligibility with using the nested if. So firstly here we can take the age and it converts the int of input of into remote. Okay. Then next ask the income. So it's the we convert it to the float of the monthly income. So next we can take the credited score. Yeah, int of input of int of credited score. So here we can write the conditions. First we check the if age is greater than or equals to 21. Okay, and also less than the 60, and also age is less than or equals to 60. So this is the operator if age is between the 21 and 60. Here we can take if it's true we go to the inner if another condition. Okay, if here we check the next one income is greater than or equals to like 25,000. If it's true we check go the another if condition. If credit score will be the greater than or equals to 700. Okay. So if these three conditions are true, we print the loan approved. Okay. Else here credit score will be the false. It prints the loan denied due to low credit score. Then if income will be the false, so here else block will be runs and prints the same loan denied due to low income. Then first will age will be the false. Later will came to the outer else block. Here we print the loan denied, same as usually loan denied due to age restrictions and like that. Okay. So here we can take the three input fields age, income and credit score, and age it's converted to the int of means integer, and income will convert it to the float. It converts the income to float, a string to float, and next one credit also we can convert it to the integer. So first we can check the age. If age is greater than or equals to 21 and age is less than or equals to 60, and means it must and should be true the both values. Okay, so it verifies the applicant's age is within age range of 21 to 60. So if it no, it prints the loan denied due to age restrictions and stops. If it yes, goes to the next condition. Okay, so here second inside the second condition we'll check the income is greater than or equals to 25,000. If it checks the applicant's monthly income at least 25,000. If it no, it prints a loan denied due to low income. If yes, it goes to the next condition. And last one is it checks the credit score. So credit score is must and should be at least 700. If it yes, it prints the loan approved. If it no, it prints the loan denied due to the low credit score. Okay. In Python, is there any doubts now? Here, lawyer means here we can take this also. Eligibility. Okay, sorry. Here we can take the lower. It means dot lower. It converts to the response to the lower case. If you enter the like here, yes, it converts to the automatically like this. Okay, so we can use the lower function. It's the to convert it to the lower case. Okay, automatically. It's a built-in function in the Python. Is there any doubts? This one. This is the last. Is there any doubts? Ask me. Otherwise, we will start the Django project. Okay. Here we, okay. Here we see the last program. We'll start the Django project. 5 minutes. Okay, then next we can go to the Django project. So last class we can discuss about the how to create the basic sample project in Django. Okay. So, so, so last project we can show the how to create the basic project. First we can create the by Django hyphen admin start project name, and next we can take the cd space change directory, cd means change directory, cd space project name. In create the app python manage.py start app name. So if we create the app here in settings.p in project settings.py in 33rd line install apps we can put the that app name. Okay. So then next you can run the server like python manage.py run server. Okay. So here we can run the project. It will open the sample project. The install worker successful. So now we can run the project. Will came the dashboard like templates. Okay. So in templates we can write the here in this project have the views.py file here. Okay, so this file is a crucial component of the MVC architecture, and Django calls it MTV, means model templates views. So it adds the controller that handles the logic of your web application. Let me break down. Okay, and it here views the roles of the views. It views contains the Python functions or classes or is called the views. So each view receives a web request from the user's browser and processes it optionally. It interacts with the models or database, and it returns the response as usual and HTML pages like JSON or redirect like that. Okay. So it's essentially it connects the URL to the templates and the data. So here in views.py we can write the code. Here we can take the def means it's a function, and here we can take the function name index. Okay. So here we can take the request number, request comma index.html. So here index is a this is a function it handles the request for this page. Okay, it's the render. It combines the template with the request and returns to an HTML pages. So then next here in app insert project name in urls.py is there. So here firstly we can import the views from. So in views is there app. So here we can take the first Python Django app. This is the app. So in this app import the views here. This one. Okay. So here we write the URL paths like in this URL it is a another essential component that it works the closely within the views.py. It acts like a map or router that tells the Django which view to show the which URL. So every time a user if you every time a user will visit the URL like HTTP this types links like here have the so this type links. Okay, in urls.py is where you define the URL patterns and it links them to the views. Okay, So here next we can write the URL path like this. Path views dot this function. Okay. And here we can take the name URL name. Name equals to same as index. So here empty quotations, it means this will page will be the open the root URL for the first page. Okay. So here views dot index, it tells the Django which function to the call. Then next name equals URL name equals to index, here we can take is an identifier for the this URL. Uh, this is useful for the I think later linking the letter. Okay. Okay. So after that we can create the one folder in the app. That app name is the sorry, in that app that folder name is templates. Okay. So in these templates we can create the HTML pages like this HTML pages index.html whatever it, all HTML pages we can only create in the templates. Okay. So here we can create the one HTML file. So HTML file name is here we can take index. Okay. This index.html. Okay. So in Django template folders you store the HTML files that define how your web pages looks like. It works together with the views and the URLs to display the content to the front end user. So templates contain HTML files sometimes with Django template tags to return the dynamic data. They separate the presentation HTML for business logic, Python views in or models. Okay. So here in templates, I write see here like hello world. So in the browser we'll see the hello world. Okay. So now we can run the project. Command is python manage.py run server. So here came the link. If you click the link, the project will be open. Okay. So here will came index template, and in this index template we can see the hello world. Here we can write. Okay. Bot. So in the Django project, views is it handles the logic for the processing request and returning the response. Okay. Then next we can read URLs.py. So URLs also it's a maps URLs to the views using pattern the navigations links. So then next templates. Templates is a contains data to the front end users. Okay. In this code, is there any doubts? Is there any doubts? If you have any doubts, come ask. I'll wait for 2 minutes.